What's the deal? No time the shit was about to get real on Keep It Real Thursdays. Peep. Man, check this out. So I need you to reevaluate your relationships. So you're like, Mike, what you mean by that? I need simple. I need you to reevaluate your relationships. So I have some relationships that I prioritize more than others. I'm not saying that I write people off or that I don't mess with certain people, but I give certain relationships room and I give other relationships more priority. Now here's the deal. Depending on how much value you're adding to my life, I'm going to give that person more of a priority in my life. Now here's the deal. That might kind of sound selfish, but here's the deal. You can't throw your pearls at swines. You can't give 100 people who's really not giving you that energy your attention because it's going to drain you. So you have to reevaluate because here's the deal. You may have someone that needs some space and keeping them around could be suffocating them. Like you got to give them some space. So what I need you to do is reevaluate, position your people, and then go back to the drawing board. So you may have a person in your life that may really need some space. Here's the deal. You too close to them. So they can't breathe. They're like, man, I'm kind of tired of this. Like, I don't necessarily want what you're doing. I don't necessarily rock with what you're rocking with, but I do need some space. But you still my man. We don't even have to talk every day. And that's when you're going to get to a point where you know you're maturing, where you don't have to talk to a person, but once a week, maybe once a month, once every 2 weeks. And that's just how it is. You know, every relationship is different. People have grown up and they struggle and they have grown with different mentalities and different habits, you know, from once they were a kid to now that they're an adult. So you may have to give a person some space so that they can grow. And so once they get enough space from you, though, they're going to miss you or you're going to miss them. And then you can go back to the drawing board and bring them back around. But I need you to constantly be reevaluating your relationships because you can have a relationship that's keeping you back. You can have a relationship that, hey, Mike, hey, John, I got to go here first. And you like, bro, I'll wait on you, though. But your appointment start at 8. His appointment start at 7. You can't wait on him. Your appointment start at 8. You're going to mess around and not make your appointment trying to wait on him. And here's the deal. You may have to leave and go to your appointment and say, hey, bro, let's just meet up later. And then come back. And then y'all can come back together and meet up again. But you can't be so focused on, well, no, I can't be apart from this guy. Like that person may have to grow. That person may have to meet someone else that has to teach them how to treat you or have to teach themselves like, you may need to love yourself better because you're not loving yourself right. And when a person don't love themselves right, they're not able to receive love. So you may have a friend that don't know how to love themselves and you can't teach them nothing. They may need to go around someone else that's going to teach them how to love themselves so that now they'll be able to receive the love from you. And that's just all I'm saying. Like, reevaluate your relationships. I need you to accordingly, the people who are like feeding you, the people who are giving you life, keep those people closest to you. Now, I'm not saying to down or write off people who aren't giving you as much energy. But what I'm saying is you may need to keep them at a distance, and that's a healthy thing. You may need to keep them at a distance, or you may only need to keep like 1 or 2 of those people closer to you just because you just can't have all positive people around you, man. That's just not how it works, man. That's just not how it works. Some people just need help. And what are you too bougie enough to help them out? Man, I can't even tell you, man. I'm really a hot mess, to be honest with you. I don't know how I made it to be who I am today, but I had people around me. Yeah, I used to be around people and I just couldn't stop talking. You know, people, and I got a one relationship that I have now, very open with me. Like, yeah, bro, I remember when you used to just couldn't stop talking, bro. Like when it was time to go, you weren't ready. You would just like take up the time. And I ain't even gonna hold you up. Now going back in retrospect, that like, man, I used to do that. That's kind of embarrassing. Like I'm kind of too cool. You feel me? When I go back and think like, oh man, I used to do that, man. That's kind of lame. Like, yeah, I used to do that too. So I need you to reevaluate your relationships because Some of your relationships, you need them to feed you, and some of those relationships, you need to give them space so that they can grow. And it's just all a learning curve. You will learn as you go. But reevaluate those relationships. And then you know what else you can do? Yeah. Favorite part of the show. Pass go and collect your 200. Peace.